Hi everyone, I'm Adriyanna and welcome to Decipher TV, a platform explaining government and politics and making sure it's easily accessible to you. Now I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about why you have to be 21 years old to drink, but only 18 to vote or enlist in the army? Or do you get confused when you hear people in the news talk about climate change, the electoral college, Obamacare, or national debt? Or ever wondered where your tax dollars go? Why do people complain about it so much? Maybe you thought about how you can change things that just seem unjust or unfair. Well, there's an answer to all of these. It's called government and politics. Now, what are government and politics, and why do you need to learn about them? You see, government is a set of rules and institutions people set up to function together as a unified society. Sometimes we call this a state, or a nation, or a country. And I'll use these terms somewhat interchangeably. But we study government to become good citizens, I guess, better citizens. But studying government enables us to participate in an informed way. Anyone can participate, but doing so intentionally takes a little more effort. And that's why I'm here, to teach you about how our government works and how you can become politically involved. Now, politics is a little different. You see, politics is a term we use to describe how power is distributed in a government. In the US, it basically describes decisions about who holds office and how individuals and groups make those decisions. Now, following politics is a lot like following the NBA Finals. There's a winner, the Lakers, and a loser. People spend a lot of time predicting who will win and analyzing the winner and why they won, and the loser and why they lost. Although election might be a little bit more serious than who won the game, unless you put money down, and then that's illegal, and we want to get into that. But government is critical. Everyone born in America is automatically a citizen. And many people choose to become citizens every year to have a say in the government. See, the USA is a republic, which means that we elect representatives to govern us, and a democracy, which means that citizens can participate. This ability to participate is something we take for granted. And after the 2016 election, I think we all can agree that we shouldn't. One way people can participate in government is through voting. And many people will tell you that's what pretty much the only thing you can really do to participate in government and politics. But they're wrong. You see, when you mark a ballot, yes, you are participating in the political process. But there are so many other ways you can be an active citizen. You can contact your local representative and tell them about what you think of a political issue. I've done that a couple times. You can work for campaigns. Done that too. You can raise money or you can give them your money. You can display yard signs and bumper stickers. You can canvass likely voters and try to convince them to vote. Be careful with this though. You never know who you're really talking to. And every day you participate in politics. When you answer a public opinion poll or you comment online an article, you participate in politics. When you blog or make a YouTube video, you tweet. Ever been to a march or a rally, held a sign, or worn a t-shirt with a slogan on it? Or discuss an upcoming election at the dinner table and try to convince your parent who to vote for? Well, then you've already participated in the political process. You see, the most important thing you can do to participate in government and politics is probably the easiest and the most challenging thing. Anyone can be a citizen, but to be an informed citizen requires understanding of how the government works and how we can participate. It requires knowledge and effort, and we have to do it because otherwise we end up being led rather than being leaders. We learn about politics because our knowledge is our best defense against unethical people who use our ignorance to get what they want. So, that's where I come in. We'll be looking in depth at American government and politics. We'll be talking about stuff like the structure and the function of branches of government, the division of power between the national government and the state government, and what are political parties? What do they do? We'll explore the roles that the media plays in government and politics, and how the legal system and the courts work, and how they're supposed to protect civil rights and liberties. And we'll look at political ideologies. What does it mean to say a liberal, a conservative, a libertarian, or a socialist? And we'll try to understand the forces that are shaping American government and politics today. And we'll work together to become more involved in developing our knowledge so that we make our government more concise and our politics more inclusive. Not only will you be able to answer most of the questions I started this episode with, but you'll become more engaged and an active citizen. Who doesn't want that? So, next episode, we'll talk about Congress, how it works, what it does, when it does anything, And who are they? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.